Liam Neeson!
Awaken.
Voice in my head telling me to awaken. Let's have chest spasms, and now we're okay. Suddenly in the middle of the room. That's good, right? Yep. We're alive. That's always good. Cool. Pretty sure these guys are less okay than me. Immersion in Colto tanks can heal most wounds. If you've lost vitality points during your explorations, return here to the medical bay and use the empty Colto tank behind you to heal your wounds. Nice sneakers, Liam! What are those? Alright, we can leave. The morgue door. Can we hack this? It's impossible. Can't be done. It has just occurred to me that I remember that there is a restored content mod, which adds a bunch of stuff to the game, which is something I probably should have installed. Now that I think about it. I'll look into it next time, and if I have to replay the entire start of the game again, I'll do that. It'll be fine. We can skip the prologue and it won't take nearly as long. Alright, let's access medical logs.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the Colto tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Peragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to...
Prepared to what? Okay, let's have a look at 2 days ago.
Could be a Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially Cozrator, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the Colto tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics.
Okay. 1 day ago.
Miners about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
That sounds bad. Okay, let's look at their medical logs. Oh, we just watched all those, didn't we? Medical bay functions. Unlock door to morgue. Alright. Access medical inventory. Or unlock medical storage room. Alright. Oh, we didn't need any of that. Main console options. We looked at medical bay functions. Patient life signs. Oh, they're not good. The other ones in the Colto tanks aren't good. They're all dead but me. That's not good. Patient treatment. Check the last treatment request. A lethal dose of sedatives was administered to all tanks, including 3. There's no record of who ordered the treatment. We survived because we're a Jedi. Probably. Computer attempt. We don't have any spikes, so we can't do that. We might be able to find some spikes. We searched out one. We might be able to find some spikes over here. Med packs, always useful. Chemicals. Use the lab station. Okay. We have treat injury too. Oh, they need. Okay. From when I was reading, treat injury was kind of a superfluous skill for a Jedi to have, because we just have force powers. We can just heal people using our space magic. So let's go check on the morgue. It's the corpse from our ship. Old woman looks dead. There's no sign of what killed her. There's another corpse here with a plasma torch. Up she gets. He looks so shocked. He's like,
"Find what you're looking for amongst the dead."
Your voice.
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
So you can touch minds and feign death. Who are you? Stayed on my mind in future. Now what do you want? Slept too long. You looked dead when I came in.
Close to death. Yes, closer than I'd like. You have the smell of the Colto tank about you. How do you feel?
Vindicata, hey, just tuned in. What kind of build did you decide to go with him? I am going for a melee build. I wanted to do something a bit different to Alaskan Savage, who I watched his stream of this. Kind of inspired me to play it again. He went for like a complete force build, so I want to do something different. And yeah, decided to melee. I want to go like dual lightsabers. We'll see how that goes. The Colto tank left me a little drained. Who are you?
Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
Last thing I remember, I was on board a Republic ship, the Harbinger. What happened to
Your
it?
ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
How do you know I was a
Your
Jedi?
stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
The Jedi Order and I have a troubled history.
So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now.
Alright, Kreia, we got this. Let's go with... Very well. How do we get out of here?
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
Alright. Why do we need to leave?
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
Alright. Awareness, you seem nervous, worried. Is something wrong?
Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
I heard a noise. Sounded like it's coming from the vents. Okay, we'll see. There's got to be someone left alive around here. I'll go look for our ship and some weapons. Is there anything else I should keep an eye out for? We're trying to be a nice guy. We're trying to be the nicest of guys. So we'll see. There's got to be someone left alive around here because we're going to go save people.
Extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
Oh, that's just rude. That's just rude. The miners in the medbay were murdered. Know why? No, we're going to try and be nice. The patients in the medbay were killed by a lethal dose of sedatives. Any idea how it happened?
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
They didn't. I got the same dose but survived.
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious.
Most curious indeed. You seem to know a lot about Jedi techniques.
So perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
Okay. I'll return soon to make sure you're all right.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
Larger world, light side points gained. You've taken your first steps on the path to the light side. Heroic acts and charitable responses to others will elevate you further, bringing you more in touch with the light side of the Force and its higher mysteries. Cruel or selfish actions will reverse this, causing you to fall to the dark side. Alright. Now, a plasma torch should be able to get us through this door, which we can equip. Do we have anything we can put on at all? I think that in the left is showing us what we would have had. Indoor can be bashed open, can be cut through more easily with a lightsaber or construction tools such as a plasma torch. To bash open this door, and click bash. Alright.
Emergency lockdown overridden.
Well, these guys look less than healthy. There's a vibroblade. I need a blaster because I dump-statted my strength. And I'm not going to be very good with a melee weapon. I can't dual wield. Is it this button that switches weapons? H. Alright, keep that in mind. We can't do that one. That one we'd have to security through. Broken droid. Droid deflector Mark 1. Grab those. Oh, this isn't good. Alright, so H to switch weapons. I know how the combat works. Let's try... I read that power attack is the best one, so we're just going to go with that. But we're going to be really bad at this. But our dex is high, so we should be able to dodge everything. And then hopefully, I can find a blaster soon. The intention for this melee build is that we're going to go finesse later, so that we can use dexterity in place of our strength. But for the time being, this is how we're stuck. We'll just have to deal with it. Yay, mining laser! Problem solved! We shoot things from now on. I'm just gonna try and security this door. I'm pretty sure I can't get through it. But yeah.
Emergency lockdown is in effect.
Can be opened manually from the other side. We have no choice but to continue this way. Power blast. What are options? Rapid shot, sniper shot, or power blast? I will attempt power blast. Oh, it's so good! We deal so much damage with our pistol. How did we miss? We have 14. Maybe we should just base attack. It is a known bug, by the way, that immediately after combat, for some reason, you can't move for a little bit. So I apologize for that in advance. Hopefully it doesn't prove to be too much of a problem. Droid neural pacifier, droid optimized interface. We'll grab those.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
You're in my head. Freya? There is only silence. Try and find some way to open the hatch. It is odd that this emergency hatch hasn't opened, considering the circumstances. There may be a way to open it if you could get to an access terminal. I don't think there was one of those. We searched that, didn't we? Yep. This looks like a terminal. There's a corpse. Let's search it. Security tunneler. That'll help. Try and open this. Great. The sound these terminals makes is kind of obnoxious. I apologize. Access remote camera controls. No, we'll security records. Safety hollow orientation. Let's listen to these.
Is this thing on? Alright, all hands, especially you, Corda. Listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Peragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Peragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Huh. That was, intense. Accident report logs.
According to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge, it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just Corda and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives.
Alright. I'm hearing noises and it's making me uncomfortable. Mining droid maintenance logs.
You're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my
imagination. This guy's got sass.
You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Idiot. The last word is a log. Idiot. Administration console maintenance.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt Corda or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped.
Alright. This one, security room, a security storage room, inventory.
I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. Maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
It's a good plan. That is a good plan. That's all of them. Return to main console functions. Well, that doesn't seem to be able to... We don't seem to be able to open the door from there. So we continue on.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives.
Okay. Creo, what?
Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions.
We can do that. Oh, there are 3 of them in there.
Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
With Krea's help, you've gained the passive precognition power. When the power is triggered, you should save your game. Okay. Let's take its advice and save the game. Let's just call this Liam. Because I'm creative. Alright. Let's go. We are... Let's ion grenade this one. Then power shot that one.
Ah, you hear it. It is fate, but it is there.
Is now the time, Krea? Is now really the best time? What is happening?
It is the Force, you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget.
Not again, never again. But it doesn't feel like it did. It feels like it's coming from across a great distance.
Turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
Alright. Gain experience will slowly reestablish your connection to the Force. Go to level up screen and choose your Force abilities. Oh, that's what happened. I leveled up. We wrecked those 2 droids. The iron grenade did wonders. Let me get into this. Sorry, excuse me. Failure. What if we try again? Ah, second time's a charm. Stealth field generator and more iron grenades. And med packs. So, we want to level up. I will level up manually. We got Force sensitive and unarmed specialist 1. Skills. What does it recommend? Stealth and computer use. Now, I disagree with you on that one. I don't see stealth being useful really at all. Computer use I can kind of see. Awareness and persuasion I can see being really useful. Other than that... Security? Security helps us open stuff, so I can see that being kind of useful. Treat injury, as I said, basically useless. Because of the fact that we have Force powers that can heal people later. So that should be fine. Powers? Can we take heal? Character level 6. No, we can't. +2 bonus defense and all saving throws. Is there anything that will help us immediately? Affect mind, stun. I don't intend to use force powers all that much. Stun droid is a light side power. Yeah, we're going to avoid dark side powers because... check recommended. Yeah, what does it recommend? Stun droid. I was actually going to think stun droid. I was actually thinking stun droid. Sure. Let's go with stun droid. That'll probably help us a bunch in here. Alright. Did we... We didn't open this one. We have high security now. Alright. More iron grenades. Fantastic. I might just save again. Oh. Okay. Let's try and use force power. Let's try stun droid. Okay, it saved. Let's try it again. That one seemed to work. I think just shooting it is a better option. They're not great shots, are they? Oh, what's going on? No, we're gonna shoot this one. Ow, that hurt a bit. Now we shoot that one. Come on. Are there any others? Yes. Look at that. It's gonna try and clear the area and make sure there are no other droids around here that are trying to kill us. There's one. A regular attack should kill it. Alright. The memories. Razexa? Welcome to the stream! I hope I didn't butcher your name. I apologize if I did. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by, man. I greatly appreciate it. This game is super nostalgic for me as well. I loved this game as a kid. I never finished it, so we're going to finish it on the channel. That's the plan. Can we access any of those? Alright. Administration computer, that'll help. Enter code to cancel lockdown. Unlike the other consoles you've encountered, this console has no access port you could use to slice the system. You'll need an encryption code to unlock it. Look for a control override switch. You have found the security officer's override switch. Do you wish to activate it? Activate the switch. We knew stuff because we watched the logs. You can just say Raz if that's easier. Alright, we'll do Raz. Now, if memory serves me correctly, Atton's around here somewhere. I don't remember where. And he's going to be annoying. But we just opened this door?
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read.
Just scratch his head.
But you have nothing to fear from this one. And he might yet prove useful.
Cool. Hi!
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniform while I've been in here?
Sass. Oh, Raz! Thank you so much for following! That means so much to me, thank you. Alright, this guy, Atton's gonna sass us. So, we're trying to be a nice guy. So, politely ask, who are you?
Atton Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Alright. Care to explain why you're locked up?
Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me shortly before they stopped feeding me. Now that's criminal.
That's just rude. Alright, the facility is deserted. What happened?
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time.
Sven, hello.
But the story gets
Welcome
better.
to the stream.
See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting. Then there was some big explosion, and then I was sitting here for a long time, waiting for some half-naked miner to show up and ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah, but it turns out I'm actually that Jedi you're talking about, but...
Don't know much about it. Maybe the exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
But yes, I love this game too, Sven. This version has many bugs in it, but excellent storyline. Yeah, it has a few issues. But we're gonna do our best to deal with them because nostalgia glasses make everything better. If only Hollywood, if Hollywood would only make this movie. I know. When I talk to my friends about Star Wars movies I'd like to see in future, Old Republic is one of my favorite settings that I'd love to see them do movies in the future. So we'll see. I think, from what I've heard, Disney's trying to take it in a new direction. So hopefully it takes it away from the current futuristic universe that is, or the future-based universe set after the main installments before Disney got a hold of the license. And maybe we can go back and we can do, like, Old Republic stuff. I would love to see those movies. Not many Jedi left. What happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore. But who knows?
Sad part is that Hollywood would probably butcher it. I'm willing to risk it. I'd be willing to risk it. If they came out with an Old Republic movie, I would go and see it. You're tired of the same stories, the same characters on the same block of the universe. Yes. I believe that, as I was saying, I believe they're trying to move away from that time period and relying on the same characters. But we'll see. We'll see where Disney takes it. I have faith in them still. I personally like the new movies, but there's a lot of contention there, so I'm not intending to start a debate as to whether the new movies are good or not. There are things I like about them, there's things I don't like. Overall, I think they're okay movies. Let's see. I'd heard rumors of a war between Jedi? Stories I heard were of Sith, not the Jedi. Go with that one.
Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
Where have I been? I've been away. Alright, let's see. I've been away.
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
Alright. The rumors I heard said Revan defeated Malak, then went to Korriban to unite the Sith against the Republic. I was led to believe that Revan saved the Jedi and the Republic.
There's rumors all over space about it. All I heard was Revan returned to pay Malak back for trying to kill her in the first place. You know women.
Alright. How long she was in that cage? Revan was a man, not a woman. This is all kind of vague, I think, because in the first game, which I actually never played, I believe you play as Revan. So, like, you can obviously customize your character the same as you can in this. So Revan's identity kind of is a bit fluid. Give me Revan, Darth Treya, Jolie Bindo, and HK. Yeah, yes, you do play it. Okay, thanks for the confirmation there. I would love to see movies set on Revan and like the original Old Republic games. Mandalorian Wars, or like even back, it's like, you know, the setting of the Star Wars MMO. Revan in the first game switches sex depending on what you choose. Alright, cool.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, even back
Maybe I
like
just hoped Revan
in the
was
time
right.
period of the MMO, where there's like the whole Jedi Academy and then the whole Sith Academy on Korriban. That'd be a great setting for a movie. There's so much potential there. Anyway, this discussion about Revan is pointless. I need to know what happened here. I had some more questions
Look,
for you.
no offense or anything, but your weird half-naked interrogation isn't my idea. Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody?
Took you this long to realize I am the Jedi. I don't know. This facility seems
The
abandoned.
miners can't all be gone. But if they are... Look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
Okay. Tell me your plan and we can
This
go from
facility
there.
isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down this self-security field and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship and then we fly out
I
of
just
here.
so happen to have one of those. One thing first, the patients in the medical bay were killed with a lethal dose of sedatives. Know anything about
Huh?
that?
What are you talking about?
Okay, he doesn't know anything. Wanted to know if you knew anything and you don't.
So you done interrogating me, or are we gonna work together and try to get out of this mess?
I trust you, and if we work together, we may be able to get out of this mess. Yeah, let's go with that. I trust you. Trying to be a nice guy.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
Alright, let's go. You have 10 movies easy. That would be better than the original 3 Star Wars movies. I know that is dangerous to
All right,
say, but
here we
true.
Now this console is set on
Everyone's
automatic
entitled to their
hail.
opinion.
You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure Pazak. The console's ours.
Pure
Now, all
Pazak.
we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown. Hey!
If I hear any more bad news, I'm gonna get violent. No, we need to be good. What's wrong?
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
Alright. That wouldn't be standard procedure in an emergency lockdown.
No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight, and leave us here. Trapped.
Huh. Is there anything else we can do with this console?
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us.
Okay. Can we contact the miners?
We could try. But if the miners were trying to trap you up here and probably kill you, why not call them and chat? I don't think a friendly call is going to wake them up.
Alright. Let's see if we can try and reach someone on the
Be my
comm.
guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
Enough of my rant, lol. Been holding that in for a while. I feel better now. Oh wait, hold on. I missed this. I want to see when Revan and Malak as Jedi just before they turn Sith in the Mando Wars. Yeah, I think they could do a lot with the Old Republic. A really cool setting. Access comm system. Dormitories. There is no response. Hangar bay. As you access Hangar Bay 25, there are a series of low-pitched whistles and beeps. It sounds as if there's a utility droid on the other end. Can you read me? It's T3! Are you operational? We're trapped up on the administration level, you know, like the turbo lifts. Is there some other way out of here besides the turbo lifts? I'd rather risk it than be trapped up here. You seem unsure about that, T3.